Walking down the road, I saw my people crying. Oh, walking down the road, and I saw many babies starving. They were vainly waiting here with the hunger.
Another day on Pon TV. Today's main feature is about gun crimes and violence in the street. Stay tuned, watch it, and remember, don't trigger.
To understand that the time to get up, yeah? I hear a quote from Bob Marley, but this one said, get up, stand up, and fight for your right. If you don't get up and stand up, you're not gonna have no right.
Walking down the road, I saw my people crying. Oh, walking down the road, and I saw many babies starving. They were vainly waiting here with the hunger in their souls. They just won't let them be free from this misery. Oh yeah. Oh, African countries, what we need is unity. Yeah. Just look at all my people. They're dying in the street with no food to eat, nowhere to sleep. I can't help but weep.
First, accept that one death is one death too many. Imagine if it was your child that was delivered to you in a body bag. How would you feel? Wouldn't you want the whole country to condemn the perpetrators and support your loss? Don't Trigger gives you an opportunity to be part of the solution. This year's Don't Trigger campaign has seen contributions from over 130 artists, writers, producers, designers and actors. When you include the film crew for all the videos and the films, over 500 people have worked on this year's campaign. At times it has been a logistical nightmare. However, we hope that our commitment and enthusiasm is justified when you view the contents of this year's campaign.
To all the partners, the councillors, the police, and above all the community, together we can change it. Thank you.
The only thing I can say to you is that the pain and the suffering and the horror which is behind all of the things that we're seeing here today, I just give you the commitment to continue to do all I can from a Home Office perspective and across government to do what we can to tackle this issue in all of our communities. And the really important message that I want to give this morning is not only will we look at the laws, not only will we look at the powers that the police have, important as they are, we will look and continue to do all that we can to support communities, to support families in communities, to do what we can to support them, to bring about the change and the difference that we all want. As I say, it's a great privilege to be here. I'll do what I can to support the families, to support the communities, and to help develop their work to make that difference and to bring about that change that we all want. It's incredibly moving, all of the things that we've seen. I want to use that to try to help you make the difference that you want, so that we bring an end to the misery and the suffering and the horror that we see too often in many of our communities. Thank you very much indeed for the privilege of being here.
Veering from the script a little bit, these mothers are our family. They're part of the Urban Concepts family. It hurts us every time we see the video. So when you question why we are so hard to work with and why we give the Home Office a hard time, you'll understand the reason why. These mums here, we feel their pain. So we need as much support as we can get from everyone to make this a yearly campaign. And we told the parents we're not going away.
Walking down the road.
We all know the grief. It's easy to say people feel, but before my son died, I used to fight against gun crime. And then my son was shot and he came into my front door. So it's easy to sit around and say, give up the gunman, but in our concept of living, it's not a race thing, but this is going to be a black thing that I'm going to talk about, yeah? Because in the black community, informing is a crime, yeah? That's how we were brought up. Whether it was right or wrong, everybody knows that if you're an informer, you're like a leaper. Nobody wants to know you, nobody wants to be your friend, yeah? So it's about changing the mentality of that. So we have to find a different name, whether we change the name from informing to something else. Some people might find it a bit easier to talk up and tell people the truth. Because I know my son died and there was over 7 people involved in the shooting. So all those people know and nobody don't talk up till now. That means they're either frightened or them just wickeder than wicked. But we all know every wicked man get him judgment day sometime. All I can say is, people, you see, when you sit down at your house, as I hear somebody say, it needs a family structure. If you let your kid sit down and play computer, he's going to sit there and he's going to talk to the computer. There's no love coming back from the computer. The computer can't say, oh, you got that wrong or whatever. Yeah? So probably parents, mothers, fathers, sisters and brothers need to have some more quality time together where we sit down and interact and have some form of family conversation, which is how I grew up, talking to my mom and dad. We never have too much television, so we didn't have no computer game and things like that. And I know people out there feel as well, but it's about re-educating the community to understand that the time to get up, yeah? I hear a quote from Bob Marley, but this one said, get up, stand up, and fight for your right. If you don't get up and stand up, you're not going to have no right. So that's what we need to do right now. And Urban Concepts, Lucia, everybody, we give thanks to the work, everyone who come, all the press, everybody. But what we need to do is re-educate the whole nation and make them know that this has to stop at some point. Where I come from, we don't make guns and we have the most guns. In our community, we don't make guns. So why is there so many guns in the community? Why so much people are dead? The police and the government need to understand, say, how the gun them come in the community. You have to start somewhere. You get rid of the guns, you get rid of the shooting. Yeah? You have to do something. Give thanks,
Walking down the road, I saw my